Last week, we talked about and proved that today's market is better than it was last year for sellers. So year over year, even though we've had COVID, even though we've got to stay home, technically, percentage-wise, we're actually doing better. In fact, you have a higher probability of selling your home. So with that, we're going to go over a quick market update, talk a little bit about the Northwest MLS press release that came out, and then we're going to go over the 5 key things you need to do today to get your home in the best appearance for the buyers. So with that, my name is George Moorhead with Bentley Properties, and I've been practicing for about 27 years. And the funny thing is, we have closed over 2,000 transactions, with commercial and residential. The best part is all this information is free. People ask, George, why is this free? Why do you keep giving this out? Well, the vision of our company, of our team, is to lead with generosity, to change as many lives as possible. So there are no strings attached. We provide the information in hopes that if we can change your life, we can help you make a better business decision for you and your family, then that's a great success. If we're able to keep somebody from making a mistake, which will cost them thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, that's a success. And that is what we're all about. Now, if we can earn your business in the process, well, that's even better. But that's not the main focus. The main focus is to give you information so you can make the best business decision for when the time is right. So with that, make sure that you like the channel. If you have any questions, which we had a ton of questions this last week, make sure that you post those. Give me a call, email, whatever it is. Maria is going to be posting a couple of screenshots for today because it's one of the questions that came up, and we'll address that. And if we're really good, I'm not saying we are, we'll see if we can get those five tips posted for you. I gave Marie the notes on them, but sometimes it doesn't quite turn out as well. So maybe she'll post them on video later. Anyway, so with that, let's hit our market update. First, the Northwest MLS, who puts out a monthly press release. As you know, we do ours weekly. They mirrored what we said over a week ago, and that is really awesome. So Lennox Scott with John O. Scott, it's fun to have conversations with these guys. Obi from Windermere. It's great to chat and catch up. Not as much now that I'm not on the board anymore, but it was still a lot of fun to check in with these guys, even the DCs. They're awesome guys, and I miss the collaboration element of it. I'll have to invite them out to lunch, I guess. But anyway, it's interesting that everybody's mirroring everything that we have been saying, even though originally we were called the naysayers. Understand everything that you're seeing are based on facts. Now, I know there's lies, there's damn lies, and then there's statistics. Okay, but ours are consistent, meaning that we're always looking at the same metrics, and we always look at them over a period of time. Like today, we're going to look at them 4 years past, because one of the questions that were asked, they said, George, what the heck, man? You're always looking at month over month and year over year. And I'm like, sure, that gives us a running idea of where we are at year over year. He said, well, how come you don't go back further? Are you scared? You scared to go back further? I said, absolutely not. I'm not scared of anything. You're not scared of anything? Well, I am liver and onions. I don't like liver and onions. They scare the crap out of me. But my mom quit making those for me a long time ago when I wouldn't eat it. So we are going to go. We're going to go over. Let me get this a little bit closer. Look at that. There's your 4-year running average. Now, to be clear, that's us today, and that's 2019, and 2018, 2017, 2016. So when I talk about our market is not that horrible, that we're actually doing really well, you just saw it. You don't see these massive disparities. Not like, what was it, week 3 of March. when Dan and I were going through, Dan Golden and I were going through what's going on with the interest rates. What are they doing these crazy numbers, right? Okay, well, it's not that at all. We just have the same thing. We're just a little bit reduced. But the pent-up demand with buyers is still there. It hasn't diminished. We're still seeing multiple offers. So for buyers that are out there sitting on the fence, hey man, 3.25 today according to Dan Golden, and 4%. Okay, I think it was 3.375 with no MI, 10% down is a loan that we just put together with a very dear client of ours. For those of you, because I look at things 24 hours, you know, like what happened over the last 24 hours in Pierce, King, and Snohomish County, the counties that we track the most. Put that up there. Look at that. 357 new listings, the last 24 hours, mind you. 296 pending, 183 sold. So if you're sitting on the sidelines, you're missing out. I'm just telling you, you're missing out. You're missing the boat. If you're watching, CBS and listening to what they're talking about in areas irrelevant to us, you're missing the boat. Now, let's talk about this. Year over year, year to date, meaning Jan 1 to today, year over year, we're only down a third, which is not much far off. New market, new homes on market, meaning it went on market like we just listed it today. That's new on market within the last 24 hours, 48 hours. Only down 11.7. Pended are only down 11.5. Solds are down 8.5%. Remember, this is historically where our market just goes off. Well, we're only 8.4% off from that. What does that tell you? We're not 30% off. We're not 40% off. We're not 50% off. We're only 8.4% off on sales. That's closings. That's where a buyer and a seller agree to a price and terms and then conclude that sale. It's closed versus pended. Okay, that's where a buyer and a seller agree, but there are some contingencies: an inspection, the property disclosure report, your financing, your title, things like that that you need to clear those conditions before you close. Okay. Now let's take a look at it month over month. Look at this bad boy. Do you think the buyers are sitting back waiting for something to happen? No, they're not. Pending sales month over month are up 75%. Say 7.5. It's a lot. 25% more would be 100% because I'm good at math. Well, it's actually a little bit less than that because it's 75.5. But look at this. New on market. 54.7%. That's pretty amazing. That's month over month. Do you think the sellers are sitting back? Heck no, they're not. They are seeing this. Buyers are responding to this. Here's our trends. Look, we're already up on an upward tick. Though nice weather's out. By the way, for all of those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Absolutely amazing. You guys are awesome sauce, and that is your special Hallmark holiday. It's well deserved because Father's Day always seems to get forgotten. I'm just kidding. Anyway, all right. So when we take a look at the numbers year over year, you can see we are absolutely doing awesome. Now, we might be down a little bit on solds historically from month over month, but I'll tell you something, the lag that you're going to see with these right here, boom, our numbers are going to jump. Now, remember, we're always looking in the rearview mirror when it comes to solds, always. This is current trend. This is what's happening right now. Same thing with that one. But the solds, we're always looking in the rearview mirror. So I expect a little bit of wobbling on the solds probably over the next 3 weeks. But then we're going to see some pretty crazy numbers when we start taking a look in June, when we look in the rearview mirror again, March or May and April. Okay, so keep that in mind. Do not be sitting on the fence. So with that, let's talk about what you need to do as a seller today. Now, the rules have changed a little bit. It's still agent plus one. Possibly in 2 weeks, it might be agent plus a couple more. if we hit phase 2 of the governor's desire to open things up, which we can only hope so, right? So with that, let's talk about the 5 things you can do today. The first one is absolute street appeal. Color. Got to make it look nice. Let's get back to moms, right? Now, they say that the man is the head of the household, but the woman is the neck, and the neck turns the head. So understand, you need to have that street appeal. You need to have some color. And by the way, it's not fall or winter anymore. It is spring, and there's color. So go out, add some color. Make sure you trim up your plants. Make sure you edge your grass. Make sure that if your front door looks like dog dump, fix it, okay? Put a new coat of finish on it. Put a paint job on it. If you're going to do a color, we'll talk about some of the colors. Believe it or not, one of the most dominant colors is either gray, navy blue-ish, and I don't get this one, yellow, like sunburst yellow. I don't get that one. But anyway, understand, they call them greges. It's called a grege. It's a cross between gray and beige, and they combine those colors. And they have that as exterior colors and as far as matching, contrasting for doors and whatnot. But listen, if you're like, George, I'm not very good with colors like me. I may not be colorblind. I'm just color challenged. So what are an option that you can work around? Hey, go out to your new construction sites. Go take a look at the colors that they have. Then you can very clearly match them, because that is what is trending. And if you can match your home to what is trending to new construction today, then in the minds of others, you start to associate. Okay? It's kind of like your friends. It's who you associate with, right? Anyway, so color. Street appeal is absolutely imperative. Get it cleaned up. Make it look nice. All right? Add some bark dust down if you need to. If you need help with that, go to bentleycontractors.com. There are some folks there that will help you out. All right? Okay. Next one. Make sure that you clean your home. When I say clean your home, that's not like my nephews cleaning their home. That's not it at all. We're talking about 10x. If you need to, bring in a cleaner. BentleyContractors.com. I think there's 3 of them up there that you can give a call to. And you know what? Just go away. Go away for probably 3 hours. If your home is needing in a lot of super spring clean, leave for 5 hours. Anyway, get it super clean. Why? Because people are hypersensitive to it right now, which also means get the smells out. Okay? That means clean your carpets. Get those things taken care of. If you need, many times, this is really funny, many of my clients say, George, I'm going to clean my carpets. I'm like, why? It's just a little bit more. You have your carpet replaced through my vendors at my price. You just pay them direct. Just get it done. Besides, it adds value. You're going to get $1.80 to $2 for every dollar you put into it in return price support. It's just brilliant decision process. Brian Hoare was awesome about that. He's like, hey, you know what? That makes perfect sense to us. Let's get it done. And he did, right? All right. Good job, Brian. All right. Next one. When we talk about paint, all right, this is important. Interior. All right. For those of you that have cans of paint in your garage that you have been saving, understand that if it's been more than 60 days, it's not going to match. Actually, many times, if it's more than 30 days, it's not going to match. Paint oxidizes, okay? Changes color. Now, here are the 2 most common problems when people put on paint. The first one is they normally put on the wrong sheen, meaning that they'll have a flat wall or a shiny wall, which is satin, and then they put this paint on that they think is the right paint, but they're not 100% sure it's the right paint, and it's contrasting. So you have this flat wall and then this shiny spot, or a shiny wall and this flat spot. And you can just obviously tell. So make sure you're putting the right sheen on. Problem number 2, it's never going to match. If you painted your house a year ago and you're saying, I'm going to go touch this up. I am going to make this look good. and you go put that paint on the wall, it's not going to match. It is already oxidized, and it will look like you were putting a Band-Aid on a heart attack, because you're going to see all these little spots, and you're like, what the heck? Oh, they were touching. No, just paint the whole wall. Just get it over with. Bite it. You just got to do it, because it'll cheapen your house. If you try and just do a touch up, it will make your house look cheap, like you're shortcutting. And then all of a sudden, if you're shortcutting, now you've become a fixer in the perception of a buyer, because they're not, okay, well, I need to fix this now. I need to do this now. I need to do this now. I'm a fixer. Do not do that to yourself. Look, take a little extra time. Paint the wall. Paint the entire wall. If you have some crazy stripes, crazy colors, many times you want to probably kick those out. So if you want to talk about best colors for a master bedroom, they're recommending cool, calm colors. I will have Marie post these. Blues, grays, whites, and greges. Remember, that's the gray and beige, or gray Gregans, whatever they call it. But anyway, everybody's got to come up with a color. They can't use the simple 8 colors that came in the crayon box that I'm familiar with. They have to come up with the periwinkle, and anyway, whatever. Anyway, so trending colors for a living room. Sparkling white. That's a Benjamin Moore product. Biscuit, which is a Sherwin-Williams. Benum Mocha, which is a Behr product. And these are colors that you want to take a look at for a living room, because it gives you a warm feeling. You want to make sure that it's a welcoming feeling, because colors have a different impact on your psyche, right? When we talk about a kitchen, you want just to keep it simple, warm whites. Remember, a satin type paint or a gloss in a kitchen and bathroom, because of moisture, oils, things like that, and because they're easier to clean and repel the gunk. Anyway, so warm whites are the highest and best recommendation for kitchens. Now, moving on to number 4. Number 4 is stage your home. That means get rid of your stuff. Take half of your house, make it go away. Get rid of it. Go to your closets that when you open it up, and it's like, you know, the George Costanza, you know, from Seinfeld, he opens it up and the whole thing falls on him, right? Look, guys, clear it out, purge it out. You're going to be moving, pack it up, make it go away. Why? Perception of size. We were in a house, and it was a beautiful house. Still is a beautiful house, I guess. And they have this family room, but you couldn't tell how big the family room really was, because they had 2 couches, a coffee table, 2 end tables, 2 armchairs, a component system. Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And they're like, oh, this room feels really small. And I'm like, no, actually, this room is huge. Look at all the stuff that's in here. Half of it's got to go away. You still must stay. You must make it so that the buyer can come in and put themselves in that home. They get that feeling or that spatial perception of your home. And if it's full with a bunch of stuff, they can't see it. They can't see through it. Only 10% of the people can see value through something. And that is a gamble. Get rid of your stuff, pack it up, get it out. And that doesn't mean load up your garage, which is the other part of this. Don't stuff everything in your garage when you open it up and you go, wow, that's cool. Don't do that. If you're going to stack things in your garage, do not stack them on the outer wall, because the inspection needs to happen out there. You can stack them where your car is, no higher than your car, so that as you're walking out, people still have that perception. They can see around, and they can, you know, they get that visual, hey, this is where a car would be. That is a recommendation. Get a storage unit, get pods, whatever it is, get it out, all right? That is the best thing you can still do. Here's what's really important. If you're going to focus on anything for room-wise for staging, right? So staging, 55% of the people found value in a living room being staged. Well, guess what? That's when you first enter the home. Hello, welcome to your home. Welcome to the home that you want to own. Let me make it feel as warm as possible for you. First impressions, right? Other than your price. Next room, actually, the master bedroom at 51%. Stage your master bedroom. If you have this is hilarious. You have a king-size bed, 2 oversized nightstands, an armoire, a dresser, and a desk. You may want to consider something else. Like, get rid of all of it, okay? Again, stage it so that people have the perception of really how big that room really is. Same thing with the master closet, things like that. And on the cleaning side, guys, clean your grout, okay? Clean it, clean your shower, get the little musty dusties out of that. That is a common issue. If you need a grout cleaner, reseal it. Hey, look, tell people that you maintain your house, and they'll be able to see that. All right. The next room after that is the kitchen. The kitchen is at 41% as far as relevance of staging, and incredibly important, okay? That means get all of the crap off of the countertop. That is an absolutely critical element for you guys. It needs to look open. It needs to look welcoming. And yes, that means actually clean behind things. Simple fix-ups. You can replace a faucet. You can put an overlay over your countertop unless you have some, like tile or something like that. There are some small backsplashes that are simple stick-on, that are permanent, that look absolutely awesome. There are small things you can do. Undermount lighting, with LEDs that are battery powered even, to help to accent and really just, pop your kitchen, all right? Which also means clean your oven, because believe it or not, they look in it. So clean your oven, all right? Okay, moving on. Kind of covered part of it in the staging side. The last one is just absolutely declutter your house. Again, pack everything up. This is the 5 things you need to do, right? Street appeal. Make sure that you clean your home thoroughly. Make sure that if you need any touch up, there is no such thing as touch up. If you need to paint a wall, okay? Make sure the inside and the outside paint looks good. If you have any peeling paint, don't make yourself a fixer, okay? Stage your home and then declutter. Those are the key things that you need to cover in today's market. That is what people are going to be looking for, because they have a much smaller window of opportunity to visit or revisit. So make sure that first visit absolutely is spot on. False start means failure. I don't want to see it fail. That's why we're doing this. Give you guys some great tips so you can compete with these guys right here. All right? There you go. All right. In the meantime, my name is George Moorhead with Bentley Properties. Leave your questions with us. We'll be back next week. We're going to focus a little bit more on buyers next week. And if you have any questions, post them. We're here for you. There's no strings attached. If you want metrics on your specific area, let us know. For the shout out for Lynn Atsu and her husband Ichido, hey man, it was awesome, seeing your comment and whatnot. They're a past client. And thank you very much. You guys rock. And in the meantime, Ruan and Sashka, congratulations on your home. In the meantime, you guys take care, and I will see you on the next video.